This Sunday has been way more chaotic and busy than I was expecting. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca and I'm here to finish filling out my weekly for this next week of September in my 1 month in my Witchy Planners series. This is day 13 of me putting out a video every day in a row. And what we're doing is filling out these things here to finish just like setting my week. The first and the most fun bit is starting with this. So this is my weekly alignment tarot reading that I do. I just ask myself 4 questions and I pull some cards, and I really like doing this because it helps me well, it points things out. Like there was a time, I've got that This Might Hurt Tarot. There was a time a couple months ago when I kept getting the 4 of Swords, like a lot. And I got it 2 weeks in a row for the what energy do I need this week. And it became very quickly clear that I really needed to rest. And I wasn't just getting the 4 of Swords in the context of that question. It was showing up in other readings. So it was really interesting. To see. So I'm just going to dive right in and shuffle up and pull cards for these questions here. What do I need to release from last week? The 3 of Wands. What energy do I need this week? Page of Pentacles. Where can I find help this week? Didn't quite make it. It paused on the desk but flew off. Oh, well, that's funny. The card that paused on my desk and flew off was the 3 of Pentacles. I guess it was a little off and I needed the 3 of Cups. And then the last position is where am I being called to focus and listen? King of Wands. So now that I've got those all figured, I'm going to go through the process of journaling and reflecting on what these are about. What do I need to release? I need to release the energy of simply visualizing, daydreaming, looking to the beyond without any forward action. The 3 of Wands isn't in and of itself a negative card. It's just a card. That said, like, sometimes we need to, all the cards are double-sided, right? Sometimes we need to stop and we need to daydream and we need to imagine and visualize and see our future to be able to start to see ourselves in that future so we can figure out how badly we want it and how badly we want to work towards it. On the other side of that, sometimes we spend too much time daydreaming and we end up in inertia. We don't move. And that feels more like where I'm at. So that's what I've got for what I need to release. What energy do I need this week? Page of Pentacles. You need to examine your resources, both tangible and intangible, how they're working for you and how you want them to work for you. I always write you, so that way, like, when I'm reading these back to myself, it's like I'm hearing the message. Where can I find help this week? The Three of Cups. Find help in enjoying emotional fulfillment with your loved ones. You can find help expressing your emotional joy. Oftentimes we don't express our joy, or at least I don't always, because not everyone receives well if other people are doing good when they're not. So a lot of people have habits of hiding their joy. You know what I mean? If you understand what I mean, let me know in the comments down below. Where am I being called to focus and listen? Listen to your drive. Listen to your action. Listen to your motivation to get up and act. So that's my weekly alignment. And I want to mention that I don't like filling out my weekly until I've done this, because I really use this to kind of set my tone for the week, to see how things are feeling. Sorry, I'm just flipping pages. So from the cards, it looks like I'm going to have a week where I really need to focus on more active things. So it's a really good week to put more stuff, right? Whereas some weeks, if it's like a lot of like rest energy, or a lot of like you're having an emotional shitbag week, well then I tend to put a little less on my plate. I tend to focus on just what I have to. Do you know what I mean? So I need to fill this out. Another interesting thing is it talks about finances, the resources, and I actually gave up on the financial tracker because I was just having trouble with it. So isn't that funny? All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my information from here. I'm going to speed this part up. So that's all the stuff in my calendar, and I'm having one bit of a problem for reintegrating everything into one book. When my planner system went all weird, I started using a Google Calendar. And that was largely because that was the only way for me to, it seemed at the time, to get my husband to tell me about his stuff. And like my planner system wasn't built in this way to support me knowing stuff I wasn't using. It was all very weird. The problem I'm having now is that I'm using this again. And so things have gotten confusing in that either I'm putting stuff into my Google Calendar, which I still really like because I connected it to my Zoom. So when I make readings, I put the readings right in. And the only way for me to ensure that I'm not double booking stuff is for me to put all of the appointments into the calendar, because I need to be able to see all the appointments. Like it's just the way my brain works. And so the Google Cal allows me to put them all in there, and I can attach them to Zoom and make an appointment really easily with Zoom. It's super fantastic. So I'm either forgetting to put them in there, or I'm forgetting to put them from there into here. Like there's a couple appointments here that I didn't put in here, or there was a couple appointments, patron appointments, that I didn't put in my calendar. So I need to somehow work on that habit. I'm not quite sure where it will land. Like, it seems like it should just be easy. Like once you write down the new appointment, put it in here. So far that hasn't been happening. So that's the stuff from the calendar. And now I just want to refer to the stuff from last week. Okay, so I've moved things over from my last week, and so now what I'm looking at is this, and it feels very hard to think, because there's a couple big things this week that are maybe up in the air. I'm really not sure, and I can't talk about why. Just, I don't know. There's something I'm waiting on that might change how I feel about certain things this week. So, do I have anything important next week that I need to note? Let's take a look at that. Next week, if just for remembering, we've got the full moon coming and the equinox. That's important. I would like to plan something for that. Or, yeah, the autumnal equinox. Oh, we've got the 8th principal meet. We've got a pay and budget. Oh, I have to send out an email for my year ahead spread to book those for the end of the month. And then I think what I'm going to do is I just made a note for the last day of September to book the October patron stuff that I need to do. So these are my big things noted for next week. Oh, and course 2 starts. Okie dokie. Well, that is it. I got my weekly all done. So I've got my reading, my visual timed out overview, and my weekly like planning overview. And then here's where I'll start my new week. So that's it for right now. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below if you did. I'm going to leave it here. It's almost 6 p.m. so I want to edit this and get it up. And I'll see you tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye.